I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA's Daily Review. Today is September 8th, Friday, 2023. Hope you had a good week here. So we've got this bullish day. It's very, very weak day. I was hoping for it to shoot the hell up, but that's okay. And also, the week of this actual weak candle, because the way it was positioned and where we were on Friday, we've already came down and dipped in, and then we retraced back up. So I couldn't see this candle getting thinner on the week chart, because you're gonna have some type of more body to the actual candlestick. So what I'm trying to say is that I'm not for it to be the hopes of it buying all the way up and sort of even closing is out of the ballpark, meaning that would have turned this into an indecisive candle this week. So the ideas have to change a little bit, and your expectations of going up are not going to be the same as what you're hoping for a big bullish Friday, even though I know we need to be hurrying up and getting up here. So I was actually surprised they played it that way, but whatever. So anyways, as you see here on the 4-hour, and yesterday I didn't mark the daily imbalances, but they're already there. Our goal is to go up, and our goal is to not necessarily take out these imbalances fully. Our goal is to just make structure. So you've got all these elements going on. You see, maybe my chart's starting to get busy for you. I don't know, but I do advanced technical analysis. I don't have to make it that difficult. If I was to have emptied everything on this screen, if I'm reversing and looking for it to go up, I want to see higher highs and higher lows. I mean, structure is going to be your number one tool that you're really going to be guiding yourself anyway. So if I was to close all this off, you'll still see higher highs and higher lows. 4-hour, obviously not as clean as lower time frames, but we're still getting it. So yesterday we made the video here. We popped up, made a higher high. We retraced for a higher low. All right, and then we bought up again, up for another higher high. Yes, we're in this daily imbalance, but if I didn't even have any of that, my idea would to take it to this 4-hour low supply, which is, we're expecting it to fail, but this is still in a general sense of direction. But if you didn't even have that, it would be a higher high above that high, right? So it was very clear, but I mean, it just didn't print in the time and the way I would have liked it, right? So anyways, it popped up here, higher high. Next 4-hour, this closes. So the next 4-hour, this means that this 2 o'clock 4-hour candle, PM Eastern time, is gonna retrace. And then you retrace, and then it buys from that low of that 4-hour candle and pops up here and stuck, right? So you have to understand the flow of how that's gonna look like with the 4-hour schedule, and the rest will make sense as well. But even on smaller time frames, you don't need to see it. So I'll show you in a second what's going on. So I'm going to make this a little detailed. Hopefully I can make this quickly, but look at the 1-hour real quick here. It's in general just a higher high, higher low, higher high, and another higher low. And then we bought from there. See that? So try to make this simple. Originally, when we made the video here yesterday, so watch yesterday's video so this makes sense. So this was a buy, a sell, and a buy. That was the plan for yesterday. You can get an extra sell in there, right? And you know, PM session you want to play with. Closes here. So what do we got? Well, we know that the fib here originally is here when I make that video. And if you watch that video, Jesus, if you watch that video, okay, it's disappeared now. You can't really see it. Oh my God. This is why I don't want to teach. You see here. So when we retraced, we were in this fib. Now, here's the thing. And 50% levels are, you have to know how to use them. Sometimes it won't work in how you're expecting it to be perfect. But we get this range, we get a retrace back. All right, end of the day, I don't want to trade the PM session, but we retraced at a decent level, under 50, and then we close here. So here's the thing. This could be opening up. See, we opened up, down, up, speakering out, manipulation, shake out, I'll call it. All right, higher low, boom. This happens at 3, right at London. Shoots right up inside to that daily imbalance, and also gets, almost 50% here. But you have this gap here. You have some other confluences. If you could look on these other charts, I know it's hard to see it, but there's a gap right here on this 1 hour. On the higher time frame, the gaps indicator is working much better. The lower time frames are not really working that good. So something I got to deal with right now, I don't know, but I'm just trusting the higher time frame gaps on the 1 hour plus for what I need. But because they're fucking different on the 50-minute and lower. I don't know why. This just kind of recently happened. But anyways, who cares? So point is that when we open up, this is a fake move up, wiping out that liquidity. But notice when it gets to a 50, yes, it's fair delivery, but you have a risk of it coming deeper. And if your model wants to be saying, hey, I'm going to drag the fib only until it reaches my deeper area of buying in the discount. Well, okay, if that's how it's going to be, because sometimes I'll take the 50 and it could be a scalping, it could be just a quick move and then be done, which I'll show you today. But this is still yesterday, right? So what I'm saying is that when I wake up, I'm over here, okay? So this is New York, right? Again, benefit of being in New York because I get to see everything else, right? So what did they do? They opened up here. All right, this is the day candle. So opened up, it was bullish, and then it went bearish. This is the fake move, and this is the real fake move that you're looking for in the day. You want if it's a bullish candle, you want there to be an open of the due day and a wick down here and then a body above here, right? That's what you're doing every day, okay? So so what I'm saying is you can extend this fib here because it's only at a 50 and it didn't come deeper. See, look at this yesterday. This one came up, came down deep. All right, so that's a range. That's solid. It's not like it just stopped at the 50 or anything. It was deep. So I'm using the fib from here, A to B to C. Look how it comes to a 79. Beautiful. Right all up in this big imbalance. I was mentioning this big ass imbalance yesterday. And then I also said that we would end up buying probably from here or the gap that was above here, which I'm sorry, the imbalance here that we would buy from there, and there was also a gap. Man, I can't remember. I can't remember everything. I don't give a fuck. So anyways, okay, so price came to this and retraced deep enough. If you had held it from here, even if you put your fib from here, all right, from there to there as one leg, because this is actually the real leg. Watch what I just did. So this is the real leg because it's constantly buying higher lows from a origin point, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, finale, right? And you might have even thought that could have been it, but that was really it. This was the beginning of the retracement. So look how, if you use your fib from here to here, that we retrace right to a 70. You see that? So you wouldn't have been wrong either way, okay? I just picture it like this. When we're making a range from higher low to higher high, this is the what I'm doing, is you want to see it. Look, if you squint, that's why I'm not showing you any colors. Can't you see it constantly buying and then boom, look at that big ass wick right there as a finale. They do that. They were fucking everybody over. Everybody thought it was going to keep buying probably in London. I don't know. But you should know that this is a fake move. We had the same movement yesterday. We opened up and we came, well, it was different movement. We came down first. Then we came up first, which would have been just like how we came up first and then came down. Well, we came down, came up, because what were they doing? They were wiping people out and then making this a liquidity for everybody to buy in London. So look at how they speakered this out, because this was also a speaker in itself. If you look here, I'm going to try to show you on a 15-minute. You see how if you look to here, the speaker's out this way and it came out this way. See that? I don't know if you can see that, but if I made it on a better time frame, you could probably see it. If I made this big, let me see if you can see it. Can you see that? I see it very easily. It's sometimes hard for other people to see it. So we had this speaker here up, and then down right there. All right, and then you also had this its own little speaker. Watch this. See how the price is controlled right there at the close? Well, we have that high and we have that low. So we went up, higher high, boom, low, came underneath. You have also this imbalance in the picture here, and you have that inversion imbalance right there with this candle. If you drag that out, boom, it'll hit that. You have the range. I know this sounds complicating. You're probably like, dude, this is too much. But at the end of the day, it's what it really is this is a higher low, and that's the higher high. Higher low to higher high, retrace back. And from when we buy, we're gonna make a new higher high and retrace back to a higher low. So that's basically what today was. But Friday, we wanted to see this kind of go up more for a higher leg and then retrace. They didn't do that today. So I'm not trying to get off topic here, but let me just show you the rest so I can finish. So, whoops. So understand that. So I'm identifying the range. That's the bottom line. Even if you did it from here, it would have been fine. So because you've already got this fib and it's deep. So I'm going to count it from this level here to this level there. So when I wake up here, I got the chart there. I got the fib there. I extend this. And we've already retraced. You had a big movement in London, and then it pushes it down. And look, now it's 5 and then 8 in the morning right here. Okay, so I'm actually paying attention here at 8 in the morning. I wake up and this is when I'm getting ready. Okay, so I would have loved to been entering here, obviously, but I'm actually kind of glad that they painted that already. But at the same time, it would have been nice if they gave it to us at 9:30. But it's okay, whatever. So the point is that when we're here, I'm understanding that this is A to B, and this is a big leg retracement down. So when I'm here, and guess where we are? We are at 50%. We're hanging around this inversion imbalance that I was mentioning. So watch yesterday's video, and I said we probably bounce from here. Sure enough, we bounce from here at the 9:30 time frame of the open. So here is a little secret of how today panned out at the 9:30. So keep in mind, I see this already, and I know it's a big retracement. Look how it's rushing down. This is obviously the leg up, the leg down. You're probably starting to see this shit now, which is great. But anyways, when I'm here, I know that I'm looking for a buy. And it's just really continuing this leg from here to my imaginary higher high that it's somewhere up here. I don't fucking know exactly, but I have an idea, and I know it's above that high. Okay, why is it above that high? Because that's the previous higher high. We're going to make a new higher high. So it's going to be higher than that high. And what do we have up here? We have this last gap up here. We're inside the daily imbalance with the purple lines. And, you don't need to be specifically exact. You wait for 3 drives up. I'm going to go to a smaller time frame. And let me just go to a 30-second and keep it there. I can't go to a 10-second and do all that. It's too much. But this logic is, so don't get lost here. So now we're here. That's that 9:30. We're right here. Take a look. Watch this shit. So I know we're trying to make a higher high. Remember that higher high. The previous higher high is right there, okay? And we're trying to make this leg all the way up. So you're constantly buying, you're constantly holding when you take this buy at 9:30. Look how hard it was to get this. And I knew today was going to be fucking not as explosive as I wanted it to, especially when they did this shit, which is what? So 9:30 is actually right here. See this? we pop down into this imbalance with these blocks, and I'm like, cool, we're gonna start popping up. But when I'm taking this trade, I'm very aware. Look at the 15-minute here. They gave it away. The 15-minute has this imbalance right there. All right, with these two down blocks. Okay, see that? All right, and the thing is that 930 is nowhere near that. It's still too high. So I knew might have trouble buying this, and sure enough, I do take a loss here. All right, no big deal, because when it came up, and then when it came back down, my stop loss is already right there. So I'm not absorbing all this drawdown. I don't need to. If it's coming below here, it's wrong, right? But look what's happening. So then you get this push down again, and I'm aware that this 15-minute imbalance is sitting right there with those blocks, and that's actually the perfect trade I should be waiting for. But this is me just trying to get in and catch the ride. No big deal. So guess what happens? Comes down again. So this one drive, two drives, then three drives. This one is technically a drive as well, but I'm waiting. Now, at this point, I know that we want to attack that liquidity sitting right there. They've been sitting here. I would have liked it for them to have grabbed it already. I would have liked it for 930 to originally just come and take that low. But it's okay. I'll take this trade, and this trade generally pans out. All right, but it did not. Oh, fucking well. My bias is the same. I'm not scared. I'm not fucking freaking out. I'm not thinking it's going to come lower. I know we're buying. I know we're in this leg that, imagine you didn't see any price action from here. All right. Let's just say it looks like this, right? That's how it looks like that right now. I know we're in this higher low and we're making a higher high above here. You get what I'm saying? So this is what keeps me not lost, right? So, and this is my training wheels showing me, remembering, so you don't get any extra ideas, because really, I know we're coming up and I know this is what it's going to look like. I hope this makes sense. So, anyways, if you're getting up here, it's going to be ugly. Now I'm back over here. See how they dropped it that many times? Well, what they did is they wanted to sneaky tap into that 15-minute. As you see, they tap, and it's highlighted right here, this box. Okay, look how they tap right into it. As soon as they tap right into it, all right, and this thing is going up, I push the button right here for this buy right here. I actually have the trade here, so holding it was a little bitch, and I didn't have any of these daily imbalance. I didn't have to mark it. I'm only doing it for today's presentation or whatever. But here is the buy itself, right? And that's it tapping inside that imbalance on the 15-minute I mentioned. Right away, you have a couple entries that you could have took here as it's coming back in. See how it comes right back in there? So these, however you played it, these were all entries. For this first push here, very shallow. We're not above. That would have been where would that have been? That would have been like sitting in this candle right here. So just push up. I mean, if you're a scalper and if you're scared, you're trying to take the money here. Like, no, dude, you got to remember you're making a higher high on a higher time frame idea, not this, scalping shit. So you're holding. So this is push one. All right. And I'm dragging the fib as it's going, right? And that's another thing that I have to even mention and teach too, but I was dragging it. You're not getting 50%. When you're dragging this fib going up, it's only hitting 25, 23. It's only hitting 38. I have to show you. But, point is that we end up holding this all the way till we get to about 3 drives and somewhere up here. Okay. So how does that look like? Well, I won't even look at that as a drive because we haven't broke that high. So here we break that high, okay? Break that high, that's 1, and then 2, all right? And then 3. Now, I screenshot this, and I didn't screenshot anything else because I can't. I'm going to fucking miss what I'm trying to do. I know it's going to be shady. So this ends up pushing up one more time right here, and then nice candle down. nice up block and then a bearish candle, and it holds price for the rest of the day there. So close. Anyway, I'm just showing you this. Anyways, let me show you this here back. So this makes sense. So here, as you see, now remember, this fib is getting dragged. Okay, before I even do that, that's why there's so much to explain. This fib, just bear with me here. There's no other way I could explain this. So when we're at the bottom here, all right, see how it's got its own fib. It's retracing. It's making its own leg. Well, when I was saying about the 50%, sometimes it doesn't pan out. It's because you'll get two ranges into one leg, right? So this is range 1, and then 8:30, and then 9:30, and then 9:4, whatever, 55 pushes it down. Look at this. This is actually here first. Yes, I know I'm going to get a big leg, right? And I know I'm going to have this fib all the way up here eventually from there. But I'm using this fib first. So from here to here, look how we retraced right to a 50. See that? So this is range 1 in the total range. All right, and then this is range 2 in the total range. But once you get here, this fib won't have to be honored and pan out as well. Okay, even though it retraced once it's sold here, because you're looking for the buy, sell, buy. But it also worked here in this case, where if I just took a buy, and if I'm not trading all day today, okay, if I'm not going to trade all day and I'm only going to fucking trade till lunchtime, then it's going to be different. I'm going to use this fib because I'm not spending all day trying to get here. Okay. But the real move, the real flow was buy, sell, all the way down. See how this came down to the 50 here, and then it bounced up. So I take my money quick. Take the money. This is for sure taken. Sell, boom, comes to the 50. That's guaranteed. I'm only doing this to show you the idea. This is what I really did. I really did this. So here, now it's 12 o'clock on the head, and it's 12 o'clock and it's fucking here. It's not 12 o'clock here. It's 12 o'clock down here. I know this ain't going to be something I want to sit in. Guaranteed. All right, and then you could have said, oh, what if it came down lower? Well, it would have done that already. Okay, because I'm already going here, and it's being shady with these wicks. So much to tell you. With these wicks here, okay, I'm taking the money out right here. I know it's coming to a 50, and it is sitting on this daily imbalance. This day is only going to go two ways. It's either going to buy continuing from here or not, or it's going to use the bigger range fib, which is now, remember, I've identified this. Okay, done. I've already took the buy here, explained how it came down a couple times and got into that 15 minute. But we're looking from here to here to be a range, imaginary range. I don't know. Okay, look at the buy here. I don't know where it's going to land, but I know it's going to be above here. It's going to be a bigger range. Boom, there it is. Okay, 3 drives up, you're exhausted. You're not getting the big bullish day. Okay, so that's when I do this. When we're here and we make that high. All right, I'm teaching you fib game for real. Okay, so now this is the main range. Higher low to higher high. You gotta squint you. You can't be zoomed in on this little shit. So you have to understand. All right, so guess what? If it's sold from here, what does it have the opportunity of retracing to a real retracement? Look here on the 15 minute. As you see here, we retrace all the way. Look here. Look at this fib. We retraced all the way. See how they kept playing around? Up, up. Look at with these lower highs. This was a big signal too. Knew they were fucking around. Sure enough. And then they were going to buy at the end of the day like a little bitch. And that's what they did, which is cool. Okay, cool. Okay. Retraced all the way here to a 61. See that? See it over here? Look to the right. See that? See that? So they brought the price. They faked it out. Built liquidity. And then they're going to wipe this shit out for up top here, guaranteed. But higher high, higher low. Now, if you're looking at this fib, right? And you were going to trade all day. If this is something you were going to trade all day, then you were going to hold this sell all day. Okay, because look at it, reversed at 3:30. Not a coincidence. Look at the time, the power hours, 3:30. And it taps this right here. Look at that. Yo, you can't make this shit up. That's that inversion imbalance. We went above, we came back. That's how deep we went compared to with this fib. See that? All right, so once that's done, okay, but I'm not trading. But if you're going to trade the whole day, this is how you would have had to flow. The buy made the higher high, sell for the a bigger retracement higher low on this range from here to here, and you're selling, you're holding the sell. Look how they fucking jammed it down like that. They did that shit on purpose. They're faking this buy. And I'm aware of this, but because I'm a short day trader, I was going to go to lunch and be out. I didn't want to be fucking with this. So that's what I did, because I don't want to be a slave to this all day long. All right, I want to go, it's Friday and I want to go have lunch. Okay, so the point, if I'm going to play that role of trading early and be done, okay, then I have to trade it this way. So I'm using this fib for that short day. If that's the case, I'm okay for it to sell down here for a bounce. You get a bounce off this 50. I'm not saying it's going to hold, but I know it could bounce. That's my buy, sell, buy. Okay, the sell happens here. Great. Then the buy happens here. I can show you real quick. It's a 30-second. It was better on lower time frame, but with this little wick down like that, this little wick, this came down first. 1, 2, almost 3 in a way. Okay, but it's, again, remember, short day. This wick bounces down, comes under the 50. See this little drive down? Didn't even hit the 50. I'm like, that's suspect. Boom, comes down one more time. That's the second time. You can make your model 2, or you can make it 3 drives. However you want to do it. You probably, you still take losses, but no, at least you're on the right idea of movement. Anyways, hits the 50 here. So that's when I'm like, okay, perfect. Hits the 50. This candle closes. This thing dips down a little bit. I'm already pushing the button in, because this last candle down, even though you can't even see a candle, it's a fucking wick. That's an actual down candle. So stop loss is going to be here. Sure enough, this is what happened. Now I'm taking this buy. Here is, remember, short day. I go to lunch. I take the trade here. I turn around and I push buy, because I'm going to kind of ride off into the sunset with my last trade. You get it? Now, if it went up all the way up here, wonderful. That's a possibility, but there's also a possibility that that won't happen, and you're going to get played with this bigger retracement down. Okay, get it? So if that's the case, when the price comes up here, I have 2 options. I can either take the trade out right here, or I can hold it. But you do not want this trade to retrace on you. Okay? So price comes right up into here. And if you look at the detail, look at this eyesore here, right? These imbalances. If it was going to be another lower high, if it was going to be another lower high, then how would that look like? It would bounce up, and then this 50 won't hold, right? And we're going to come lower. So how would that look like? It bounced from the 50, comes up here. It squeezes everybody out from trying to sell up here. But we taking the profit. That's the whole point. Then look how the rest of the day ended up panning out. These bitches came all the way back, and they bounced it here, still making lower highs. So you're like, which way is it going? Right? Wham, comes right down. Okay, so that was the play. But see, at this point, I don't want to find out. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I was saying in yesterday's video. I don't want to find out. I don't want to know if it's going to go up or go down. I want to be done. Number one, it's Friday. Yes, I wanted a big bullish Friday, but listen, who fucking cares? This is the rules, and this is what makes it easier. Now, if you were to just hold, it would have came back and been stuck here. So why not close this trade and take a couple more that you know are going to happen and be done? If I stretch this trade, the second trade, and the third trade up, and what would be the amount of points I caught? Dude, it would be up here. That means I would have bought here and ended up all the way holding up here. That would have been the value of these 3 trades. But if you sat here and you just wanted to be stubborn on a Friday and hold all the way from this trade, well, it sold from here, came all the way down. So you miss this big ass sell, right? Which is almost equivalent to this big ass buy, which in this case, this was like 7 G's, and this is down 7 G's, almost maybe 6 here. But you know, and if you're trading the rest of the day, 330, look what they do. Fucking in no time, in less than, you know, in 30 minutes, they make all this movement happen. But all this took forever. So yeah, they were on some bullshit today. But I hope this is all making sense. But making the decision of saying, you know what, I don't care if it's going to go up. So take the profit here, take a sell and a buy. So this is a sell, buy, sell. You see that? Very easy. If I go to a 1 minute, and if I just kept it simple like this, you could have, well, I also wanted to mention this fib too. So when we're buying here, remember we established that when we retraced here was a 50 right here for that first movement from here to here. God, I can't even show it. So here's a fib here, not even hitting the 50. See that? I'm dragging it. In this buy, I'm dragging it up. This is the second fib, but it's not the main fib. So look at here. Price stops at the 38. That's why I'm still holding. I'm knowing that this is going to be a liquidity point later, but this is still holding up, buying. And I don't have 3 drives yet. So this is drive 1, drive 2, drive 3. So let them do what they're doing. I'm dragging this up. See that? Boom. So now when we hit this, and if you were watching this live, you would have saw this wick right here. When it printed like in like, you know, half a second. It literally just plopped up there, it threw it up there. So if you were watching this live, you would have known that this was also suspect. That's something I can't teach you. You have to have chart time. You have to watch this live. So, but when I saw that, that was a big indication. Okay, we're done. You know, we're going to reverse. So, and then they brought so once this printed, and remember, when we got up here for the final thing I'm going to mention, we were really trying to take out that high right there to the left. See this, damn, it's so hard to show you all this shit. It's like I said, there's so much to show you, and going on in the head. Not only is there a gap sitting there, you see that gap? You can't see it here, which is stupid. If I go back to a 5 minute, you might see it. See, this is not, that's that one. Yes, I don't know why this time frame does that, dude. Doesn't show it there, and doesn't show it there. Oh, look at it. On the 3 minute, it fucking shows. So it's so weird. But this was the idea I was going to. So now, if you look at this 1 hour chart here, damn, this is fucking way too long. If you look here, we see that swing high. All right, so we had a resistance, we had a break, we had a resistance here, a lot of liquidity. Everyone was selling from here. Okay, we were selling from here, but this is too early for me. But look how they came. That was Asia. See how they came, I'm sorry, London. See how they came up here and took out that high, and we got into this wick right here, this block up here. Or if it was a 4 hour, it would be just looked at as a 4 hour wick, or a 4 hour, 4 hour up block, right? See that? And there's a gap sitting there. So that this is keeping it simple and clean. The little more detail was also taking out that high right there. So I'm explaining the market to the fullest here. So I hope you're appreciating this. Hope this is helping out. And let's see here. What was the last thing I was going to say? So yeah, so they ended up, so this ended up being higher low, higher high, higher low. So you were supposed to sell and hold if you're doing the rest of the day. I'm not trying to watch it though, but you're supposed to hold this sell. See how it tried to squeeze out almost? Boom, came rush down. But you're really going from this fib to here to retrace down to a 61. So you're supposed to, this is the real buy, sell. And then if you were there at 330, buy. See how it comes and taps that inversion daily imbalance right there? See that? Really nice. Which is that one. Watch previous video. So yeah, this is how it's flowing, man. And then as far as next week goes, we're gonna open up. Oh, and dollar. Look at bitch ass dollar. They were, you know, at first it was rolling really good. So from here we had 930 here coming up coming down. So we were coming down. We expect lower prices in dollar. So we opened up, we gapped down, they came up. But look at the time of where 930 is. It's right here, pretty much. These two lower highs. And then we were expecting lower dollar, shooting down. Look, beautiful. That's when we're going up. Right there. Almost. And then it was a little bit mixed because when dollar started going up, like I would have been okay for dollar to stop here and then come down. But what did it do? It kept fucking going up. So that kept holding us down. All right, that makes sense. So and when at 330 when we bought that last buy, look at here, they brought the price down and we were going up for that last buy, which is right here, this dumb shit. So they were on some bullshit. I'm just explaining it to you. And then you also had confluence with Dow making a higher high here. So here's a crack here in the correlation. Lower highs on S&P and NAS. This is confirming a sell for us. So we bought from here and then we maxed out. This is showing a sell, and that's why I kept selling, because these were all in agreement with lower highs. And then when we got from here, that retracement where we were thinking it might go up, but it really kept coming down right here. Well, that was also a lower high. So this is lower high. That's lower high. So they're all in agreement here. So this is showing you that it is going down. Okay. And then when we came down in here, we made a higher low in Dow. That's what this buy came from. We made a higher low, and these guys made lower lows. See that? See that? Lower lows. But this is a higher low. See that? That's to show you that we're going up. So, and all this is going on at the same time. So, but yeah, I hope this is really helping. That's why next week, I'm still looking for the same thing. I mean, I'm still looking for higher highs and higher lows. We have CPI on Wednesday. So is CPI going to push that price down real quick to take out some of these liquidities? You know, kind of like here. You see how this news, see how we made a double bottom and then this one just rushed for liquidity? I'm not saying CPI is going to do that because we're supposed to. I know CPI is bringing the price up here. Guaranteed, I know that's happening. I mean, nothing's guaranteed, but I'm very sure that's happening. So, do they rip it down one more time to get into some liquidity that we haven't seen yet, right? But I'm expecting higher highs and higher lows still. Just to make this answer short, I'm expecting it to be like that, and I'm expecting this week, the next week, to open up, and it can push down back into this week's wick, right? Which, how would that look like? Well, I mean, it could pop up one more time, retrace down, so get into that previous wick, and then we're expecting a bullish week for next week. You get that? So that's how I want that candle to be printed. But we'll probably get a tail, which is the fake move for the week's candle, to come down first. And what would that do? It might take out that low right there. So if I went back here, I'm going to change this to a 5-minute to just keep this kind of simple. We got this next imbalance here. So what I'm expecting here is we can pop up, kind of like how we did. We popped up. We made a fake move retrace. So forget everything here. Look, what's the structure? Higher low, higher high. This is a higher low. I don't think it's going to come deeper and grab that. And Asia and London could do that. If it doesn't, then I'm expecting it to pop up. Pop up again for another higher high. Okay. All right. And then that's when I'll put a fib from here to here. Watch this. I'll do this. I don't know. I'm just imagining. I'm just faking it. This is this fib here, higher high to higher low, right there. Okay, and then and the problem is when you get too many, they could whip it. But the point is that if this is that higher low, which is deep enough retracement into this fib, but I want another swing up. So you're constantly looking for buys. You want retracements in here. Just how this leg went to this leg, you want retracements. See these retracements? constantly going up. All right, so we want retracement, 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 all the way up to look like this. All right, and then now when you get up here, then we'll sell that into here to buy. Right? Okay. So, okay, I'm done. Hope this helps. You guys have a good weekend. Take care. God bless.